Hi, I'm MJ from Linus Publications, and today we're going to have a short session on Putin and Zelensky. And the reason for that is that Trump is meeting with Putin later this week. And I already did a chart on the meeting between Putin and Trump, and now I just want to update with charts on Putin and Zelensky to see where they stand pretty much at the October 1st period. We're going to be covering Putin first and then Zelensky. Now, I had noted about 3 months ago that I was going to be coming back to the charts the beginning of August. So let's take a look at Putin. First, as I noted, it is set for October 1st. We have pretty much one angle from Jupiter coming down to Neptune and Mercury. And this is a square angle. It's a stress, which means Jupiter's not going to be behaving well here. Now, Jupiter, in this case, rather than providing opportunities, it's going to be inflationary, meaning, and it could be sort of foggy too, meaning that it's over-inflating things. Now, what is it making an angle to? It's making an angle to Neptune. And in this case, Neptune would be Putin's vision. So this is saying his vision is overinflated. Now, this could be from a result of the meeting with Trump, or it could be just in general. So this is saying to Putin, you're thinking way too much on what you can accomplish. That may be a strategy. It may not be. Now, as a note, Neptune is the ruler of the fifth house. That indicates that maybe he's taking a gamble here. Jupiter is in the second house, and that means we're also talking about money and resources. So that means that money may actually be getting shot here. Now, we also have Jupiter square Mercury. Mercury, in this case, is his plants. So overinflated. They're probably not practical. Now, Mercury is in between, in effect, the eighth house. So it's intercepted there. That means that in this case, Mercury is connected with resources from others. So it could be things that he's expecting from other countries. He's not getting it. So this is not a significant good angle for Putin. It's a negative. Now let's take a look at another angle he has, and that is Saturn, that is square Mars. Again, it's a stress angle. So Saturn is not going to be behaving well here. Rather than being just a focus to be able to get things done, Saturn is going to be restrictions. Mars is going to be action, aggression. So from a higher up view, this means he's going to be restricted from acting. Okay. If we come down, drill down a little bit and use the houses, which you can get from having a time of birth, we have Saturn, which is ruling the third house of movement. We have Mars, which in effect rules the sixth house. Sixth house is military. What this is telling me, and this really depends if the time of birth is right, is that he's going to have trouble moving his military. Maybe he doesn't have the military. Hard to tell at this point. Now, just a note, his time of birth is questionable, but I am going to start using it just to see if it's right. So in this case, Putin has negatives. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. We'll take a look at the charts coming up in the future, but right now he's not in a good position, and it looks like he's running out of money. So resources are a question, and he's, in effect, deluding himself. Let's take a look at Zelensky. So Zelensky, we also have, again, it could be questionable. We have a time of birth of 2 p.m., so I'm using that. So what we have here first is Saturn. Again, it's making an inconjunct, so it's not behaving well, which means it's restricting. What is it restricting? It's restricting his ability to get things done, which is Saturn, that focus, the ability to just sort of put all your willpower on it and get it done. Now, why is that being restricted? Resources. Saturn rules the 8th and the 9th house, resources from foreign countries. So in effect, he's probably depending on the United States to provide stuff through the European Union. That may not be happening. And also, it could be that Trump has set things up in the meeting he's going to have with Putin that Zelenskyy cannot literally move ahead with. So that's always a possibility. Now, Saturn is also making a square to Jupiter. This is also a type of angle. Well, the square is a stress, but it's also the type of interaction between these planets, which means that you don't get enough. So you're sort of between restriction and too much. So in this case, Saturn, as I noted, is ruling the 8th and 9th. So this is likely resources from other countries. Jupiter is ruling the 7th, which is our partnerships, also our allies, and our known enemies. So in this case, in effect, it's saying that our friends, in effect, the allies, are not able to provide resources because of what? Another foreign country. Could be Putin saying, you can't do that. If you do, I'm going to attack more. Could be Trump sort of saying, nope, we're not going to let them get any more equipment. So that's one angle that Zelenskyy has. Not great. Let's move to the next one. We have Neptune trining. Good one. Sorry, Mars. Neptune, hopes and wishes. Mars, aggression, able to act. This is significant. Now, if I take a look at the houses and sort of bring that into this, Neptune is, in effect, the 11th house. 11th house of hopes and wishes, and it's also the communities. So, in effect, this could be the European Union. So, European Union may be trying to help significantly here. And that's what I've been saying since the beginning of the year, before they even said they were going to do that. I said they were going to get involved because they have a stake in this. Now, if we look at Mars, Mars is actually intercepted in that 11th house. So in effect, this is for the hopes and wishes of really the entire European Union. They know that their future depends on what happens to Ukraine. That Neptune trine Mars, they're going to be able to act. So Zelenskyy is going to be able to move ahead and hopefully accomplish what he feels he needs to, even though there's limitations in the resources. Is that good? Yes, it's good. So when you look at these charts, who's coming out ahead? Well, right now, it's Zelenskyy. Doesn't mean he's going to stay ahead. But right now, it looks that he's in a better position. Now, we don't know what Trump is going to come up with in splitting up Ukraine. It doesn't look like, again, it's going to throw something in the works here because he may say the United States is not going to support Ukraine unless they bow down to that. But we'll have to see what comes out of the meeting. Hope you have a great day. And remember, I do personal charts. So if you want to get information on that, go to my website, lionesspublications.com. And I have one page set up for the services I provide. Other than that, have a great day. Bye now.